Philip Ingram is a former British intelligence officer. He joins us now live from London. Philip, welcome. All right, so we see people going to join these wars, whether it's for ideology or finance. Is there anything wrong with it?
Well, we've had foreign fighters fighting for different nations for many years. You look at France with the French Foreign Legion. You look at the UK with the Gurkha soldiers that are there. The same in India with their Gurkha soldiers. So the use of foreigners in established armies is nothing new. However, when you're getting ad hoc foreigners coming together to try and form these different organizations or fight within already established groups as part of an ongoing conflict, that is slightly different, and it comes down to the motivation and the reasoning behind why people are doing it. And it can actually be quite dangerous, not just for the individuals, but for the organizations that are asking the foreigners to come and fight for them.
Yeah, let's get into that a little bit, because much has been made recently over this shadowy Wagner group, for example, purportedly linked to the Kremlin. Russia denies that. But these people have been turning up all over the place, including Mali. And you hear from analysts concern over this, over a country like Russia's influence in these places. Do you see risk being associated with that?
Huge risk. Your countries are bound by international agreements and international laws, so the Geneva Protocols and the Geneva Conventions, for example, whereas private military groups like the Wagner Group are not. And therefore, that's why they get accused of and are involved in an awful lot of criminal activity within different war zones, because they are unaccountable. The countries that have employed them can deny that they're working on their behalf, and the group itself is so shadowy that it's very difficult to pin down and find actual laws to prosecute the individuals under.
Yeah, you could also say, this leads to proxy wars, but then again, proxy wars are nothing new. We've been seeing those for years and years. But when it comes down to these groups, sometimes in large numbers, sometimes small numbers, joining these conflicts, sometimes they're very experienced. Do they tend to make a difference on the ground?
Well, organizations like the Wagner Group, there's two elements that they do. A lot of them are either current Russian special forces who've just been told to take the badges off and go off and join this organization, or former special forces, and therefore highly trained in what they do and capable militarily on the ground. But for certain things, they're not good at armored warfare or mechanized warfare, but just guerrilla type warfare. And therefore, it's a very mixed bunch that you've got in there.
Right.
And difficult to, in some cases they work, they're useful. In many other cases, they're not. You can't have groups made up with people who have no former affiliations and no military experience. They can just be a liability on the battle space.
Yeah, I think that's why people don't really know how to feel about this, because you don't really know what's going to happen until it happens. But Philip, always good to tap into your expertise. Thanks so much for joining us.